Hey, listeners, how you doing? How are you? It might be cold outside. It might be dark outside, but we're going to warm up the cockles of your heart with my special guest. Guess who we're joined by? No, not them. No, 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 no. Far better than that. Far better. Dani Wilde is here. Hello, Dani. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
Dani, was that really you on there? That was amazing. That was really cool. So you were joined. That was a track called "Bitch," and you were joined by Victoria Smith, who's one of your mates.
Mhm.
You were telling us earlier on, and Samantha Fish as well. Well, it's a really sort of upbeat rock track. I really like. Did you write it? Was it one of your compositions?
No, it's a Rolling Stones cover. And I think
Of course it
it was
is.
either Sam or Mike Zito that came up with the idea to do it. And Thomas, the head of the label, was really excited, and we all kind of, yeah, we are all kind of digging that song, thinking, yeah, let's do it. And there's two versions of it. On the original Girls with Guitars version of it is Cassie Taylor on bass, and then we did a live album where we re-recorded it, and I think on the live album it's Victoria Smith on it. So there's
Ah.
two versions.
Brilliant, brilliant stuff. It was a great track, really upbeat, rocky. That's just what I love. So fantastic stuff, fantastic stuff. Guitar wise,
Mhm.
you're a bit of a telly player, a Fender Telecaster player. How long have you been playing a telly for?
A long time. I'm trying to think now. Uh, but yeah, I mean, pretty much my whole career as a signed artist. I do have other guitars, but the Telecaster's the one that I always come back to. I used to have like a little Buddy Guy Strat at one point with the polka dots,
Oh, brilliant!
but which was nice. But I've got a Godin Kingpin guitar that I play sometimes. It's
Wow,
something a bit different.
yeah.
But the telly, if I'm going out on the road, that's the one. It's other guitars I might use in the studio sometimes, but the telly's the kind of workhorse guitar for on the road.
Too right, absolutely. It sounds great. So keep with it. Keep with it.
Thank
That,
you.
that sounds absolutely amazing. That sounds really, really good. Well, look, we're going to have to leave it there, and we will join up again in a few weeks' time, and we'll talk about some other stuff, and we'll play one of your numbers to go. What about? What about? Shall we do You Are My Sunshine? Have I got that right? You Are My
Hmm.
Sunshine. I've
Yeah.
got that. Yeah, yeah. Tell us a little bit about this before we play it.
So I teamed up with Christopher Holland, who's Jules Holland's younger, equally talented brother, on piano, and he'd basically I'd already been recording all summer, and then he messaged me and said, "If you need any keys on your tracks over summer, Danny, let me know." And I thought, oh, but I've already just finished all my recordings, and then I thought, you know what, I really want to work with Chris, so I'm gonna pick a song, and this is what I picked, and I sent him a little phone demo of me just playing guitar and singing it and said, "Can we do this? Can you?" And so about a week after that, we got in the studio, and this is the result. I'm just really pleased with it. I think for me, vocally is one of the most fun things that I've ever done, and yeah, it's just lovely playing over his piano playing really and singing over it. So
I bet it is. Well, look, let's have a listen to it. Thank you so much for coming in, or join us on Zoom anyway. And
thank
we will
you.
catch up with you again very soon. Thanks, Dani. There you go. Fantastic stuff. So that good. Does one package,
Cool.
and then we can go on to the next one from there on. So yeah, okay.
Okay.
And we'll talk about the tours and the other EPs and stuff like that
Okay.
on there,
Cool.
and what tracks people can download, and your website as well. Don't let me forget that. That's always quite important. And other people you've worked with as well. God, there's loads of stuff on here, isn't there? Okay, let's go into this. Hello, everyone. How are you tonight? It is tonight, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's dark outside. It's got to be. It's got to be evening, hasn't it? Guess what? Guess what? I've been joined by a very special guest today. We've had her on before, and she's back. I know. More for her. She come back for some more of the treatment. We have got, ladies and gentlemen, give her a big round of applause. It's Dani Wilde. Hello, Dani. How you doing?
Hello, Si. Thank you for having me back.
Hey, no problems at all. Really good to see you again. You're on Zoom. Okay, you're
Hmm.
sitting in your kitchen like you were
Yeah,
last time. It looks really good. Looks really good. How's the new house? Is it all okay?
it is. It's lovely. Yeah, it's
Okay.
we really needed a new house. So
Well, you've got it's two kids now. Have you got?
yeah, yeah.
What are they?
A little girl who is 5 and a baby boy who is a year and a half almost.
Oh my God. Okay, so look, Dani, you go touring and you're recording and you're playing and stuff like that. How the heck do you work that one out?
You know what? It was easier with one kid than it is with two.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on the road lots with my daughter before my son was born.
Yeah.
It is hard, and now she's at school, and I've got another one. It's definitely more tricky. Um, but yeah, I've got some dates coming up that I'm really excited about. The I've got a support for Dr. Feelgood on the
Ooh.
5th of May, and that's at Bramber, which yeah, a hall in Bramber, which is in Sussex, and yeah, not too far from where I'm from or
All
where I
right,
live.
okay. And if I want to go and see it, or our listeners want to go and see it, how do we get tickets for that?
The best place actually is to look up Dani Wilde on Google, and you'll see all my social medias. Facebook is probably the one to go for reading about that. But yeah, if you Google Dr. Feelgood Dani Wilde, it will come up.
Okay, Danny, a stupid question, right? But I'm a stupid bloke. Okay, how do you spell Danny Wilde?
Here we go. Okay, so Dani,
Yeah.
and then Wilde with an E, Wilde.
Okay, for us really stupid people. Okay, D-A-N-E, W-I-L-D-E.
Yeah,
Yeah, is that right? Oh
yeah.
wow, I got it right. And your website is it dannywilde.co.uk or .com or something?
DaniWilde.com.
Had to be really
Yeah.
simple, isn't it? Okay, what can we see on your website then? What's on there? What am I going to see when I get up?
Okay, I'm gonna update it quick in a minute before people look. I'm better on my social media now than my actual website. But there's loads on there actually. There's songs and photos and the tour dates that I'm gonna update in a moment. Um, um, yeah, my biography and links to journalism stuff that I've done as well. I write for Blues Matters, and it's kind of got links to people that I've interviewed and things like that as well.
That's terrific. Well, get on there, people. Get on there now. Listen to the music, watch the videos, and see some great photos of you on there as well. I mean, you're obviously a stunning lady anyway, but they look absolutely fantastic on there. Good, really, 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 really good. Okay, well, let's just move on to some of the other things that you've done. We talked about people you've worked with before, but there's another thing I was going to talk to you about. Is it right? Have you done the Blues Cruise? Is that one?
Yeah, the Blues
You
Cruise
have.
was really good fun.
Was that
Um,
the Joe Bonamassa one?
no, Joe wasn't on the boat, but Bobby Womack was there,
Wow.
and Bobby Blue Bland and
Yeah.
Taj Mahal. They were the three
Wow.
biggest name acts on the boat. But there were loads of great acts on the boat. But for me, just yeah, I mean, again, it's just so many of my heroes that aren't here anymore. But I have had the pleasure of you know sharing the bill with them on that boat. Yeah, Bobby Womack, Bobby Blue Band. Um, that was amazing, actually. I was there with Samantha Fish and Kathy Taylor, and it was from California to Mexico, and it was 2 weeks of just playing loads of
Sounds
gigs on the
hell.
boat.
Sounds hell, and having to be paid for it as well. It must have been horrible for you.
Yeah.
I'm very jealous. Did you get any rough seas? That's the thing. I'd be really worried that I'm playing, then the drummer ends up going left, and the keyboard players go right because he's a big wave. But was it all right?
It was okay while I was performing,
Phew.
and but yet the one that got me actually was watching Bobby Blue Bland, and he
Yeah.
was on the biggest stage, which was kind of in a lower part of the ship in like this big theatre, and I think just the part of the ship it was on, as well as the sea being rough and rocking, I had to leave and come back because
No.
I was feeling so sick at that point.
Oh, what must it have been like for him then, being up there at the
Yeah,
time?
tell me about it.
Do you have to tie all your amps down and your guitars and everything else? They don't go flying.
I don't, you know what? I didn't even think about that, but
God.
maybe. I mean, like I said, when I was performing with Sam and Cassie, and it was all right. It was quite smooth sailing at that point, so we didn't have to worry about it. But
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Look, I've been doing a bit of research on you. There was a major TV show. I've never seen it actually, called Aquarius. I think I've got that right.
Mhm.
And you did a track for it. Is that right? I've got that right?
Yeah, it was called "Are You Sweet on Me," and You know what? Actually, it's a strange track. I love that it was in that TV show, and also the TV show was known for really good music. And I think that I can't remember, but some of the other artists that were featured in it, like Nina Simone and people that
Oh
I
my
really
God.
admire and look up to. So I was kind of like the, you know, the name that hardly anyone would have heard of amongst all these really cool names in soul and rock and roll. So it was a real honour to be a part of it. But the actual track, I do like it. I didn't write it for me. I was asked to be
Oh.
part of a writing team for Dionne Bromfield, who was Amy Winehouse's goddaughter.
Oh God.
And so I was writing to a brief, and we had to write a lot of material for her. And then for some reason, as sometimes happens when you're, you know, working for major labels and writing teams and so on, it didn't come through. Dionne didn't record it. But we still had the demo basically, which was you know, I say demo, you know, it was recorded with a top producer to a good standard, but it was a demo to give to Dionne. And I thought, you know what, we'll release it then, especially because it's going to be on TV. It might as well, yeah.
I'm blinking glad you did. Yeah.
So I released it, but for me it was something a little bit different because it is a bit more crossover, I guess, from my normal kind of blues Americana thing. It's a little bit more pop, but still soulful, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, rather than you telling us all about it, let's have a listen to it and we'll see what we think of it, okay? So this is called Are You Sweet on Me?